Yann LeCun, Logical Intelligence New Venture Anti-LLM Contrarian AI Breakthrough, 2026. The Godfather of AI just declared war on ChatGPT. Yann LeCun, the legendary computer scientist who helped create the neural networks powering today's AI revolution, just walked away from Meta to build something that could make ChatGPT look like a calculator. And he's not being subtle about it. The rebellion begins. Here's what's happening. One of the three godfathers of AI is essentially saying that the entire industry, worth hundreds of billions of dollars, is heading down the wrong path. According to reports from Sina Finance, LeCun has launched a new startup called AMI Labs, Advanced Machine Intelligence, and is reportedly seeking funding at a staggering $3.5 billion valuation. But this isn't just another AI company trying to build a better chatbot. LeCun is positioning himself as the contrarian voice in a field obsessed with large language models, and he's got the credentials to back up his bold claims. Why LeCun thinks we're all wrong? Think about how ChatGPT works. It predicts the next word in a sentence, then the next, then the next. It's incredibly sophisticated, but fundamentally it's still just a very advanced autocomplete system. LeCun believes this next token approach is fundamentally flawed. Instead, according to the Sina Finance report, AMI Labs is focusing on developing world models, AI systems that can actually understand how the real world works, not just how language flows. Imagine the difference between someone who's memorized every travel guide ever written versus someone who's actually explored the world. That's the gap LeCun is trying to bridge. What makes this particularly fascinating is the timing. We're in 2026, and while everyone else is racing to build bigger and more powerful language models, LeCun is essentially saying, you're all missing the point. The numbers game. The financial backing tells us this isn't just academic theorizing. According to Entrepreneur Loop, LeCun is in early talks to raise $500 million for AMI Labs, which would value the company at around $3 billion before its official launch. That's serious money betting against the current AI orthodoxy. But LeCun isn't working alone in this contrarian movement. He's also been appointed as chairman of the Technical Research Advisory Committee at a company called Logical Intelligence. And here's where things get really interesting. Logical Intelligence claims they've already built something that outperforms the big players. According to the Sina Finance report, Logical Intelligence has launched an energy reasoning model called LeCunå, and they're claiming it performs more accurately than OpenAI's GPT-5 and Google's Gemini. That's a bold claim that, if true, could shake up the entire industry. The world model revolution. So what exactly are these world models that LeCun is betting everything on? Think of it this way. When you see a ball rolling toward the edge of a table, you instinctively know it's going to fall. You don't need to have read thousands of descriptions of balls falling. You understand physics, gravity, and cause and effect. Current AI systems like ChatGPT have read about millions of balls falling, but they don't truly understand why balls fall. LeCun's world models aim to give AI systems that deeper understanding of how the world actually works. This approach could potentially solve some of the biggest problems with current AI: the hallucinations, the lack of real reasoning, the inability to truly understand context beyond pattern matching in text. The broader industry context. What makes LeCun's timing particularly interesting is what's happening in the broader AI chip market. According to research from AIM Multiple, custom ASIC shipments from cloud providers are projected to grow 44.6% in 2026, while GPU shipments are expected to grow just 16.1%. This suggests the industry is already starting to move beyond the current GPU-heavy approach to AI training. Meanwhile, we're seeing some major players stumble. Intel, for instance, reported Q4 2025 revenue of $13.67 billion, a 4% year-over-year decrease, and their stock plummeted 17% on Friday, marking its most severe single-day decline since August 2024. The old guard is struggling while new approaches to AI are gaining momentum. The contrarian's pedigree. It's worth remembering who we're talking about here. LeCun isn't some startup founder making wild claims. He's one of the three scientists who won the 2018 Turing Award for their work on deep learning. He helped create the convolutional neural networks that power everything from image recognition to self-driving cars. When someone with that track record says the entire industry is going in the wrong direction, it's worth paying attention, especially when they're putting billions of dollars behind that belief. What this means for the rest of us. If LeCun is right, we could be looking at a fundamental shift in how AI systems work. Instead of chatbots that are really good at predicting text, we might get AI systems that actually understand the world around them. Imagine AI assistants that don't just tell you what usually happens when you mix certain chemicals. They actually understand chemistry well enough to predict what will happen. Or AI systems that can watch a video and truly understand the physics, emotions, and social dynamics at play, not just recognize patterns they've seen before. For businesses, this could mean AI systems that are far more reliable and capable of genuine reasoning. For researchers, it could unlock entirely new possibilities in everything, from drug discovery to climate modeling. The bottom line: Yann LeCun is making one of the biggest bets in AI history, that the entire industry's obsession with large language models is a dead end. He's putting his reputation, billions in funding, and years of work behind a completely different approach. Whether he's right or wrong, this is exactly the kind of contrarian thinking that drives real breakthroughs. And given his track record of being right about AI when everyone else was wrong, it's worth watching very closely. The question isn't whether LeCun will succeed, it's whether the rest of the AI world is ready for what comes next if he does.